What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego back with some more boxing. Just read an interesting article, figured I would share it with you, give you some of my insight. First, I must say, some of you Pacquiao diehards happen to be some of the biggest fucking babies in the YouTube boxing community. My God. Um, I say my honest opinion, it's just my thoughts. Like Jay-Z said, it's just my thoughts. And some of you guys get bent out of shape. They say Floyd Mayweather's ducking Sergio. They say, actually, someone said I'm ducking Sergio Martinez, which makes no fucking sense because Sergio's injured and he's not scheduled to fight me or anybody else. Anyway, they said I was ducking Sergio Martinez, which I didn't really understand. They're just really getting all bent out of shape over my comments on Pacquiao. It's like anytime anything is said about Pacquiao, some of you guys go off the deep end and get erratic. I gave Pacquiao props. He had a stellar performance against Brandon Rios. All I said was I have to see consistency. I have to see more. I think Brandon Rios, and like I said, check the track record, check my old videos before this week, before he beat Brandon Rios, anything. You will know I said this. Like I said, check the dates. I can't change that. Um, Brandon Rios' style on paper is catered to benefit Pacquiao. Anyway, when I said this, people got bent out of shape. And it's so funny when I say something in a video and people get mad and hate, like, oh, you're stupid. Man, Ego, you're fucking dumb. You're fucking dumb motherfucker. Hate you. Ego. Like, okay. But anyway, and then we have someone, a professional in the sport, who goes on record saying the same thing. So here's what Juan Manuel Marquez recently said. A guy who arguably has defeated Pacquiao multiple times. We know for sure in the fourth fight, their last fight, the last encounter, he definitely knocked Pacquiao the fuck out. This is what Marquez said about Pacquiao's performance over Brandon Rios. It was important for Manny Pacquiao to look good, so they gave him an opponent like Brandon Rios for his return, and he looked impressive. I believe that Bob Arum is doing his job and getting him these type of opponents, but it will be important to see him face tougher competition and see how he looks against those kind of fighters after suffering that knockout. Marquez said Rios was tailor-made, and it was a tailor-made opponent who had little chance of winning. Marquez says people should not get carried away with Pacquiao's return until the fighter faces stiffer competition. He never gave Brandon Rios the opportunity to connect a solid punch, so we didn't see how Manny Pacquiao would react after the knockout. When Manny Pacquiao fights someone with speed and intelligence, someone who counters, Manny does not know what to do or what to expect. Brandon Rios lacks speed and intelligence inside of the ring. He is a fighter who just moves forward and punches. If you do not bring speed with you, you are going to lose to him. That's coming from Juan Manuel Marquez, which is surprisingly eerily similar to what the fuck I just said in my video, and people get bent out of shape. What he's saying is 100% accurate. If you don't agree, I don't give a fuck because it's true. I said it, Marquez said it. True boxing fans probably would agree. And like I said, Pacquiao is not taking anything away from his performance. He looked good against Brandon Rios, but it's the same thing with other fighters. You look at Canelo. He looked good against a lot of people. But when he got in the ring with Mayweather, what was the end result? So getting or looking good, look at Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. looked good against Andy Lee, but he got in there with Sergio Martinez and it was a different fucking fight. Styles make fights. The different types of styles are going to be what separates you. Manny Pacquiao has problems with pure boxers, awkward style, people who have defense and take that into consideration. If you come at him with guns blazing, you'll probably lose because he's probably faster than you and he might even hit harder than you. And he's going to hit you from angles and he's going to make it a chore and he's a southpaw. So those types of fighters he looks exceptional against. But if someone's more plotting and more calculated, then it's a different ballgame. Exactly what Marquez said, exactly what I said. And some people fail to realize it. Here, for the people who are calling me the Pacquiao hater and saying I don't give Pacquiao problems or credit or whatever the fuck, even though I clearly, like, I don't know if you want me to kiss Pacquiao's ass, because that's not going to happen. I'm not going to kiss anybody's ass. Anyway, I got a question for the people who said ego does not give Pacquiao credit or whatever the fuck the comments say. Um, who do you give more credit? Do you give Floyd Mayweather, like, really ask yourself this, who gets more credit for their last performance? Does Floyd Mayweather get more credit for facing Canelo, or does Manny Pacquiao get more credit for beating Brandon Rios? Now, they both won and they both dominated their opponents. So who gets more credit? That's my question to you. Leave a comment and why. And if you look at it, I don't see how you couldn't say Floyd Mayweather. And the reason being is Floyd Mayweather fought the bigger man, like a much bigger man than him. In addition, Canelo was undefeated. He had belts. Brandon Rios didn't have a fucking belt at 147. He didn't have a belt. He didn't even have a win. He was coming off of a loss. And he was moving up a weight class. So what's harder? Moving up and fighting an opponent who's already big and he has a boxer puncher style and he shows some level of defense and just different looks in different fights. In the Austin Trout fight, Canelo showed me things I didn't even know he had in his tool shed. And Mayweather dominated him. It was a shut. He pretty much pitched a shutout. Versus Brandon Rios and Pacquiao. Yes, Pacquiao looked good, but this is also a fighter who's very flat-footed. You know his MO. You know he's going to come forward. He never takes a step backwards. And he was coming up in weight. And he's coming off of a loss. And realistically, I think it's funny that they decided to take the Pacquiao fight after Pacquiao has a shocking loss, knockout loss, and Brandon Rios is coming off of a loss. And you've seen him with trouble in his last fight with Mike Alvarado. Mike Alvarado got his lights almost shut off in the second round of their rematch. And Brandon Rios was never able to duplicate that through the remainder of the fight. He was trying to track Mike Alvarado down. He was trying to corner him, and he could never do it. He couldn't do it. He couldn't pull the trigger. So, honestly, what the fuck did you think Pacquiao was going to do? Like I said, the only reason I even picked Rios was what I said in the video is probability. I didn't know what Pacquiao was going to show up, and I thought his last knockout was brutal. So if Brandon Rios was able to corner him, which I thought he would have some moment where he landed a flush shot, but he really didn't, then I thought he would win. But if you look at styles for styles, if Alvarado, who has sloppy footwork and is an orthodox fighter, he wasn't able to track Rios down, or Rios wasn't able to track him down, what the fuck do you think Pacquiao, someone who gives you more speed, more power, more angles, and is a southpaw? So anyway, that's my question to the people who say I'm just hating on Pacquiao or whatever. Who do you give more credit? Floyd Mayweather for beating Canelo or Manny Pacquiao for beating Brandon Rios? Leave an intelligent comment, let me know. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.